God, yes. Hello, thank you for joining us today. What we're going to do is go over this gimbal footage that I put together for you. I know I just unboxed it real quick, and one thing I want to point out, the little circle thing that pointed up, and it was like, boop. Those are 3 screws that are going to be in the bag there. Do not think that they're extras. You will see why you need all 3 screws. It'll actually come at the end of this video when I balance the gimbal for you and I show you how to position the camera and everything. And it'll be great because at that point you will see where I made the mistake. I'm like, oh, just some extras, and then I was hunting for them. So that's something you don't want to do. What we will do, balance it, go over it. You're going to see some footage. I'm going to try to clip in some footage with the gimbal and then cut some footage without the gimbal. I'm sorry, it's going to be in 2 different locations, mainly because of weather. We're ready to get going. We're going to step outside and we're going to check out this footage. So let's do that. Let's step outside. Because I'm just showing the difference between being on the gimbal, babe. Look, oh, hey, could you look at me? I'm trying to show the difference, like if I'm walking and moving, what it is compared to having the gimbal on there, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Baby girl, be safe. Cheese. Okay, here we are, back indoors. Okay, and that was fun. I had a lot of fun filming that. Came out really good. I mean, you can clearly see the footage in the beginning. Smooth, right out of the box. Balanced the camera, got it working. GX85 was the camera of choice that I used. And not hard to balance, a little tricky to figure out. I'll remind you about those 3 screws again when I show the next segment of this, balancing it. And I had a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of running. I mean, you can't even tell that I was running in the first part. I mean, the whole part of the skateboarding, of course, you know, it takes up 2 minutes of the clip. But, you know, that's 10 minutes, 20 minutes of video out there running and gunning and just traveling around, running. And it's mainly like you're up and you're moving left, you're moving right, you're down low. And you're really taking off with the thing. You know, mainly when normally you'd be stationary and not using, you know, that much momentum or that much force and, you know, that much agility to actually, you know, put forward into filming it. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was captivating. My fiance, my girlfriend, that shows up in the second half with the handheld, and when she showed up on scene, it's like, oh, you gotta go, and I'm like, oh man, I'm having a lot of fun. And I was out of breath, that's the thing. It was so buttery smooth. It was just, I couldn't believe it when I got home to watch it myself. And I'm like, even my fiance was like, wow. She goes, that is amazing. First time user. That was the very first time, other than just maybe hanging out with it around the house, walking to the backyard, and just getting the feel for it, how it was going to feel in my hand. But like I said, we're going to show you that second part that makes it so important, and it breaks my heart to say that I got to break it down because it works so perfect. It was just like, I said to myself, I'm going to dedicate this camera to just being the gimbal camera. Okay, it's set, it's locked in. I could easily remove it. I could easily pop it back in. Dedicated camera, all-around camera, GX85. It has in-body sound, so it's kind of like in the kind of situation I'm using it with the gimbal, I'm not really worried about having a microphone on it and extra equipment because it's swinging around and traveling, and I don't think it'd work properly or as good as it would, because it's a light camera and then I'm adding more weight to it, and the lens, the weight. I got a little extra handle on there. I'll show you that's a neat purchase for any camera that you're using on a gimbal, because it gives you another access point where you hold the unit from. So that's, like I said, I'm out of breath. That was a lot of work. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get this thing set up and balanced and show you how that works. Okay, right here. It didn't come with a case, but I had decided to put it in like a Pelican, style case, waterproof, floats, shock resistant, all that kind of stuff. The previous gimbals that they make came with cases. They said nobody was using them, so they just continued them. I have no idea why. I'm definitely using a case. Bag right here. Keep a few extra parts in. Keep that kind of over here, and I'll show you what's in there in a moment. That's a good idea. And then this right here, the gimbal, and then let me get the box here out of the way. We'll go about balancing this unit. Just take me a moment. There we go. Get that out of the way, and then of course we have the gimbal here. One thing here in this bag, right here, keep charging cords for some of the other items. Extra phone I got. It's basically just a camera now. And then inside here, this is what's really interesting. This is the handle that it comes with. So I'm like, okay, not a bad handle. I'll use it. That's what it's meant for. Screw this one into the bottom here. Very sturdy tripod. It opens up. So the unit has to be balanced, standing up. And that's the important part, and I'll show you what you got. This is the unit completely, standing up like that. Here's the camera we're gonna use. And then this happened to be a little broken tripod, same as the one on the bottom, flexed open, real low profile. Wrapped it up with a little bit of tape, and this unit actually has a second handle spot. I'll let you get a good look. You can see right there, by adding that and having this, that gives you your gun position. Boom. Up. Side to side. Without it, right, you would then have to take the one from here and then bring it up to here while you get your camera and all the weight on there. I suggest trying to find something secondary to throw in there. That'll help out a lot. Okay, getting back to balancing. Okay, you got the unit like this. It's kind of ready to go right there. On the unit here on the bottom, you have one of those plates, and you can see it's the one with the screw in front. So, what you do, now here is where I want you to take note. Can you see on there? It's coming to focus. 1, 2, one under the plate is that's the third screw I warned you about there. So you use all three of them. It's a riser plate. You'll see it right there. It lets it rise up to accommodate that lens right there. Okay. So once that's attached to the bottom, and you could see the positioning with that piece, it's all right on the back where the screen is, or the back of your camera. Try to line that up flush with that piece right there. Okay, once it's attached to the camera, it's pretty straightforward. And then this, if you need it, you move this into position. Not tight, because some of the lenses have to move. So it's just mainly, you know, if the lens were to sag a little bit, underweight, moving, you know, and be jiggling around a lot. So, and up here, we have your locking mechanisms. So what you want to do here, you got one, boom, that's going to let it move like that. Two, once that arm swing out. And then the third one, once that arm swing out. Okay. What you want to do is get this unit. Now, lock the bottom one. Bring the second one up. There's a little symbol on here that will say it. This side up. So remember that. Get that arm to lock. Now you have that arm locked. And then you bring this arm. It should already be weighted in that position. Third lock. Boom. Just move it just a little bit. It should jump in there. So now you got the unit. And you can see pretty well locked. And then you take this unit and slide it in there. They'll have a button I'll show you here in a moment. With this unit right here, you want to slide and work this mechanism with these levers right here. Do you see them? So you have the camera in a position where it could swing freely in the unit. Okay? And what you're looking for once the camera is attached, I'll show you. This unit right here has this nifty unit. Loosen it up with this screw and it should be pushable. At that point, you set the camera in here. It'll want you to push. I'll show you right around the other side. Move these wires out of the way here. It's going to have you push it. And it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it there. I guess that again. And we can do it just like that. Okay. Set the camera in. Push that button. Let go. And the camera should lock. There we go. Camera locked. Won't come out. Then you push the screw in. Tighten it. This is the extra handle I was telling you about I had added. You see it right there? That gives the opportunity, I like, to be able to pick the whole unit up. Now what you're looking for in balancing is that you'll be able to unlock everything. Let me just find all the locks here. There's another one. Where's the other one? Okay, so there's that one. This one right here. That moves it like that again, see? And then this one. So now the unit can completely move. What you're looking for when balancing is that the camera will almost stay in just about any position you'll put it. Mine's a little off balance, so from this position I kind of need it to be, and you'll see when I show you up front here. Here, you can see it. It's tilted, so I want it back so it's steady, right? So I'm going to move this one right here, and it's going to slide it. See, back and forth. Boom. Take it, find it, relock it right away. Boom. See, it's tilted a little forward. I want to take this one loosen it. I'll show you from the side here. If it's too far back, it'll do that. If it's too far forward, it'll do that. If it's just right, boom, just right. See that? Perfect. Lock it up. And this bad boy is ready to go. I like to attach my additional handle. Hopefully you find one. And you just take it. And you can see how far that was off. And this unit still worked for all that footage. Turn it on. It's going to snap into position. The unit is now fully functional. Ready to pan, up, down. You have the lock button. See, now she'll lock. Let go of the lock button. Tip it. Shut it down. Boom. Camera relaxed. And that's it. Camera is balanced, ready to go. Shoot some footage. You guys will have a good time with it. Make sure you try to get an extra handle, and you will have some fun, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please smash the like button. Subscribe to my videos if you like what you've seen.